Unsigned518. I am here with Motorbabies. How's it going?
It's going great.
So we're going to start over, and I always say it's not a visual podcast, but I say to my left. We'll start and just introduce yourself and what you do in the band, and we'll run right down the line.
My name is Tia. I play guitar, rhythm guitar, and I sing, and I write a lot of the songs.
Yeah, I am Zane. I play guitar, and I write some riffs and stuff.
I'm Sebastian. I play drums. I help with the guitar parts sometimes, but yeah, that's it.
So, and I don't know who wants to take the lead or if y'all just want to jump in, but I guess kind of go back to the origin story of Motorbabies, like how it all came together.
Well, we all knew each other in like high school or middle school. Middle school, I'd say. Yeah. Middle school. Yeah. We all vaguely knew each other for a while.
Yeah. It was like, actually, the funny thing is the name the Motorbabies comes from in freshman year of high school. Zane and I started a band with some of our friends from then, and I suggested the name the Motorbabies, and they were like, ew, no. And I was like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm going to keep this name.
What was funny is because I actually and I made this reel where like I was getting a lot of like attention that like people thought like my show was in a production studio. It's a long story, but anyway, your message went into like my quote unquote junk message that I had been going through, and I had been fucking mass deleting all of them because none of them were relevant, and it was the name that made me go, oh wait, what's this? And then I looked and I went, oh, they're from Albany. And then I was like, move to the regular inbox. So,
yeah.
good job on the name, because otherwise it might have gotten lost to the pit of the spam folder.
I know. I like the name. Like the name. And then basically, like, it became a real band last summer when we were just getting ready for like a one-off gig that like Zane and I were just going to play with some other friends for fun, and then that gig fell through because of all the smoke in the air, if you remember that.
Oh yeah,
it was supposed to be
that was creepy shit, dude.
Yeah. And so then we just and then Sebastian joined because our drummer was afraid to play drums. and then we just started messing around, the three of us, because we had nothing else to do, and it became a real thing.
And so, when you're saying, guitar, and drums, do you not have bass?
Funny story.
We had one bassist who didn't play bass. She was just our friend. And then she was like, I don't play bass. So she left. And then we had another bassist for a while, but he's really great. But he was in like 3 other bands.
Gotcha.
And so he was like, I can't do this. So we are floating right now. We don't have a bassist, but we'll find one.
Yeah, is that something? Is that a spot that you're looking to fill, or are you?
Yes, but we can function without one.
Right.
For the time being.
Well, because that's another thing too. Is like a lot of times, 'cause it's local musicians mostly that listen to the show. So like, if anybody is a bass player, like. Yeah.
We're looking for one.
Nice.
We'd enjoy that.
So, as far as you were talking like one-off gig that it all like came together for that. Are you currently like doing gigs?
We actually have a show tonight at Wizard Burger.
Oh,
We're
nice.
playing at 8 p.m. tonight.
Yeah, but we've been gigging this summer. We started gigging in like the winter of this past year.
Okay.
But like since we're all in school, like it was really just like on breaks, and then our first gig was acoustic, and it was not us, but like eventually we got there where we were playing like Son of Egg. We played Son of Egg a bunch.
Nice.
Twice.
Yeah, and stuff like that. Mm-hmm.
And I love that with it starting out like with acoustic, or like working with what you have, and like how you said like it wasn't us, like you weren't there, but like the tenacity to push through it and know that something's coming out on the other side
Definitely
is fantastic. Just work with what you got at the moment, and then something will come together. So
yeah, our goal with that, we were just like, we gotta sell it enough that people want to hear it plugged in. Like, yeah.
And so as far as songs, like songwriting, like who does, you were saying you all kind of help with like the guitar stuff and the riffs, and how does the songwriting process work with you guys?
I'm like the most into songwriting of all of us, but I am not like a riff writer. I've written a few riffs that have made it into the band, but like mostly that's been building off of stuff that they do. They will come to me with stuff, and then I'll be like, okay, put this part here, put that part there, put this part here, and then we'll fight about it.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's the best. That's how you know, and it's what serves the song. You know,
Yeah.
That's what you got to keep it. What serves the song?
Yeah, and then I write the lyrics. Mostly. Sebastian writes some lyrics too, though. Yeah.
Barely.
He writes
Here and there. Only on some of my own stuff.
But you'll come to me with stuff, and I'll build off of it. I get ideas from that.
For sure.
Do you find like I guess a common goal between like the three of you, like what you're working for in the band, where you want to take it?
No.
Or is it still like in that?
Not at all. We argue about this all the time.
Yeah, I feel like we all want something a little bit different out of this band, and we do it for different reasons, which sometimes works against us in songwriting, but I think it's ultimately a good thing because we all bring different influences. I think it's cool.
Oh yeah, like it definitely is something that changes what we do, but I really love it because often I will find that the songs become something that just they did not start as, because we all put in different goals into them. Like a few of our songs, I remember like Zane came with this like metal type riff, and I was like, that's fire, but I don't know what to do with this. And I was like, I started doing like acoustic like pop folk rock stuff, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna write like some shit about how this feels so phallic, like this. And then it and I love, and it's like it just I don't know, it adds something to it that we all are like doing different things, if that makes sense.
It does, because I mean sometimes songwriting works well when everybody's like, hey, let's do this, and it's like, yes, let's all do this, but like sometimes you need, you know, obviously not too much because it'll pull apart, but if you get like that little bit of different direction tension, that's literally what like holds the shit together, you know what I mean? Like it's just a different design in the songwriting.
And then like often we will have practices where we're like, oh, I want to do a song that's like this, I want to do a song that's like this, I want to do a song like that, like this, and then we'll end up sort of mashing them all together, and it creates really cool sounds that I'm proud of. Yeah. And I'm proud of them for like working with it. They're really good at it. They're really good at taking my shit when I'm like, oh, I want to sing like this, I want to do this.
She is incredibly hard to work with. Oh my God.
You're blazing me.
So how many songs, you know, and I know, and we'll get to the latest single later, but like at this point, like how much of a catalog are you putting together, and are you planning on recording like albums or?
Oh yeah. Like it's all working towards an album.
Well, we probably got like 12 to 15 songs.
Yeah,
something like
that. And some of them were like, these definitely go together, and then these kind of go together, and then there's like little gaps we're filling, and it's interesting. It's all sort of gotten like similar themes going with it, and so I feel like it's on its way. But
do you think, because one of the things that I like is like hearing all the songs and being like, which ones work together, or which ones, you know, have this style's a little more forward, and this, do you find that's fun in categorizing and trying to put the songs together?
Oh yeah. And that is a big part of how I write lyrics too, is I'm like, this song has similarities to this one, but it like takes it in this direction, so I should sort of take the idea I talked about on there, but like spin it in something that goes along with that. And
metaphysical type shit.
Yeah, metaphysical type shit. I think you guys can say something on this, but I think doing that, all of us, and like, because we do that with the music too, where we'll be like, we did something like this on this song, we should take this sort of idea in a direction, a different direction. And I think it has grown all of our interests in being in the band. I think it's like made us all want new things too. Not that they're the same still, but yeah.
We're ever expanding, always trying new stuff.
That almost seems like a film director's view on songwriting. You know what I mean? To take like a piece and be like, let me take a little piece out of here and put it in here and construct something different around it. And like, I've never thought of writing songs that way. And like, I'm like, you know, and I'm not the chief songwriter in my band, but like, you know, I'm gonna be like, hey guys, what if you took a piece of this song and started a fucking new one over here with it? You know?
I'm just a philosophy major. I like to.
Oh, no shit.
I
Nice.
like to perseverate on things.
I mean, being a philosophy major is probably a major leg up in songwriting. You know what I mean? Because like, you can say subtle shit that like people are gonna be like, "Wow," and like other people are gonna be like, "Wait, she read that in a textbook." Like, you know, like,
Yeah. Also, some of it just absolutely does not make sense, and I'm like, I know nobody knows what this means except for me. But
right. Yeah, I feel that a lot. So you have, you know, at this point, a dozen or so original songs. You're seeking a full-time basis. You're thinking of putting them in an album. Like when you record the album, like are there plans, like not just distant plans, but is there anything date-wise, like when you're going to record it? And follow-up question, are you going to try to find a session musician to play bass on it, or are one of you guys going to handle it?
Well, I was thinking we have some of the songs recorded for the main album we're working towards. We also have an EP we want to get done. But that's probably going to be done like next summer. Realistically, or
Fair.
Just sometime when we have time.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, no shame in that, because we all got to understand that, like, on this show, and like most of the musicians I talk to have tons of other things to do before the music gets to take a precedence. You know what I mean? You have school and jobs and family, and you know, so
Yeah, these two are going to school very soon,
Mm-hmm.
so
yeah.
we kind of have to put this whole thing on pause a little bit until next summer, which sucks, but yeah.
Yeah, hopefully we'll keep writing when we're all in school. I mean, it worked really well last semester because I go to school in Rochester and we use the studio there to record, and that's where we recorded the single. But it's a little different this year because she's going all the way out to DC.
oh wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then the school I'm going to does not have a studio, so it's like I couldn't even ship them up there for that.
Yeah, you could probably find. There's probably,
Yeah,
you know,
there's
once you
a lot
get
of
down
it.
there, you never know. You might find someone who's got one that
Yeah.
you could just do some stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
but I still love that you're understanding that there's going to be a hiatus, but you're using it as a working hiatus, and I think that'll help when you come back.
Yeah.
Because you'll come back with fire to play, you know, and you'll have all these ideas and like.
That's the goal.
Yeah. Like the last year while Zane was at school, I spent a lot of time just thinking about like, what am I going to write about when we get to write together? And like, what do I want to do with this? And yeah.
There is a lot of stuff that can be done like cerebrally, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
See, big word. Like, you know, just like sitting at my desk, you know, doing, I do social media for a day job, so it's not like I'm doing anything fucking, you know, life-saving or anything, but, you know, like when I'm like sitting there editing photos, a lot of the times I'm doing the same thing, being like, ooh, what could you know, you start by an idea in your head and then it builds excitement, and then when I get home, I grab my bass and I'm like, oh, see if that idea that was in my head works.
Yeah.
A lot of the times it doesn't, but you know.
Yeah.
So you have, you know, plans for an album. You've got the songs. You're going to continue to write the songs. So I mean, who knows? By the time you get back together and get ready to record, you know, you may have a whole new batch of songs, and you may put out a double album or something. You know.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I'm a fan of that.
Hell yeah. But we are going to hear the single, and again, this is at the moment the only thing that's released, but it is released on everything, correct? Like on
Mhm.
Spotify and Apple Music and
Yeah.
all
It's
the,
everywhere.
all the good places. So we're gonna play that song and then make sure that you follow Motorbabies and get ready for the comeback when you when you come back because I think it'll be great. But anyway, what is the name of the single that we're going to hear?
All the Angels.
And is there anything you want to tell us about the song or the recording of it before we hear it?
Good question.
Thanks, man.
This was our first song. This was the first song that was a Motorbaby song, and I wrote it before we ever, like, I wrote most of it, the idea for it before we were a band, and then I was like, oh, we need a song, so I just like turned it into this, and I was like, you guys want to play this? So we have moved in a different direction, but I really like what it captures of us. Like, we've grown since then, but the songwriting is what shines on it. Not to toot my own horn, but like,
I agree.
But they both also, in what they're playing, you can see them adding to that sort of stuff, and yeah, I think that's what really shines on that song.
All right, so let's check out All the Angels, Motorbabies, and then we'll be right back to wrap it up.
Too scared to even look back. All the angels only fight for themselves, yeah. And they get everything they want. You can't hold me, it's right.
is all the angels, Motorbabies. And I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day to drive all the way up here and do this with me. I really appreciate it. And before we go, just like with all my guests, I want to give you a chance to say what I refer to as your gratitude. So, Sebastian, if you want to start it off.
All right. Real quick, I'd like to give a shout out to CZR Entertainment, Sanctum Productions, Albany Rock Pit, Tummy Rub Studios. Yeah, that's it.
Cool. Thanks to my parents for supporting me, obviously, and thanks to Tia's parents for giving us a place to practice. That's cool. And to Sebastian's parents for driving us around. And again, thanks to CZR and Sanctum for having us and putting on shows for us. And thank you for having us here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'd like to thank my parents for listening to us play 24/7. And my neighbors for putting up with that too. And my brother for putting up with that. I'd like to thank my mom for driving us around. I'd like to thank these guys for putting up with my bullshit all the time. CZR Entertainment, Sanctum, our friends in Happy Birthday James, and Gollum, and CPS for supporting all of us. Yeah, and also just being awesome. All of them are awesome. And then
Check out CPS if you haven't.
and then I'd like to thank you for having us here and everybody for listening.
All right, so they are Motorbabies. I am Andy Scullin. This is Unsigned518, and I'll see you on the road. Unsigned518 is produced and hosted by me, Andy Scullin. New episodes are available every week wherever you stream podcasts. If you would like to help support the show, please like and subscribe wherever you are listening, or you could buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/unsigned518. If you would like to advertise on the show, send me an email at unsigned518@gmail.com. And to be a guest on the show, reach out to me through Instagram at unsigned518. Take care of one another, and I'll see you next week.